we're going to show you how to make armor from cardboard so you can be a medieval knight.
You'll need duct tape, fasteners for the rivets, Velcro, large flattened cardboard, scissors, utility or X-Acto knife, bling stickies, paint brushes, and acrylic paint in the primary colors plus black and white.
Draw the shape for the body armor. Make a hole big enough for your head and long enough on both ends to cover your torso, like this. Then have an adult cut out the armor shape with a utility or X-Acto knife.
Once you get the armor cut out, you're going to want to try it on over your child's head and make sure that you cut a big enough hole for the head and also for the arms. And you'll notice as I'm wrapping this around her to check the fit here that it still looks a little bit boxy on the sides and in the front and back. And what you can do at this point is to score with vertical scoring marks with the X-Acto knife all the way around the front and the back. So, and then to bend it slightly so that it appears rounded going all the way around the sides and the front and the back.
Cover the armor with duct tape. We use gray so my armor looked more authentic. Next, we'll make the collar. It attaches to the armor with Velcro. We cut a piece of cardboard big enough to go around my neck. We left it open on the side so it easily slipped on. Have an adult score the cardboard with a knife so the collar bends over your body. Use duct tape to cover the part that will show. Then we'll add fasteners to look like rivets. Poke the fasteners through the duct tape and cardboard and bend the legs down. After adding all the fasteners, you can tape the legs so they don't poke your skin. We also use cardboard, duct tape, and fasteners for the shoulder protectors. To make these, cut 2 pieces of cardboard to fit the shoulder area. Then use Velcro to attach the shoulder protectors to the armor. Now for the gloves. For the thumb section, tape 2 small strips of duct tape to one another.
So we took our pieces of tape that are stuck together and wrapped them around the thumb so we can get the thumb piece secured. You don't want it too tight, you want the thumb to be able to move in and out. And I'm going to take 2 other stuck together pieces of tape and secure them again loosely around this part of the hand so that the thumb is actually inside the hand part. You want to spread your fingers a little bit? Not that far. There we go. You want to have the fingers and the hand loose enough so that when your child is doing the sword fighting that they can actually move around a little bit. Okay, how's that? Good. And then what we're going to do is take another piece of tape and just sort of secure that lightly on the side, and then you can mess around with that later. Let's see, can you move your thumb a little bit? Can your hand move around enough? Okay.
Cut 4 pieces of cardboard to create arm protectors. Have an adult score the cardboard to create the cylinder shapes. 2 cylinders together where the inside of your elbow will need to bend. Do the same with the other 2 cylinders. Attach the hand to the arm piece. Cover everything with duct tape. For the wrist protectors, cut 2 small scallop-shaped cardboard pieces. Coat them with duct tape and apply the fasteners. Since the fastener legs will stick out, you'll need to either trim them or fold them in half. We trimmed ours and covered them with duct tape. Tape the wrist protectors to the gloves and you're all done! Next, we start making the Nella the Princess Knight armor. Repeat the same steps for drawing and cutting out the body armor. Make sure it fits over your head and covers your stomach and back.
She wants to do the Nella the Princess Knight costume, right?
I love Nella the Princess Knight.
I've mixed up a color of paint. It's slightly off-white because that's the color of the majority of her costume. And then we go in and we put little flourishes and embellishments with slightly darker colors. You want to go ahead and start painting? Okay. We're going to do the majority of this in this slightly off-white color. I added a tiny bit of yellow and a tiny bit of a brown to the white to make it that off-white color. So the collar is going to look like a brighter white, and then we'll go in and put the pinks and the blues and the little heart on her chest. We are ready to paint the heart. Are you excited? So what we did after we painted the unit, this off-white color, then I went ahead and mixed up a little bit darker taupe color, and inside Nella the Princess Knight's costume is a white heart. Oh, can you see through there? Underneath the greenish bluish color heart. I mixed up some white with a little bit of blue and just a tiny bit of yellow to make it not quite green, but bluish green. You're gonna go ahead and paint that heart. So is that comfortable for you? Okay, all right. Ooh, that's gonna look so cool.
This type cross whatever it's called.
Turquoise.
Turquoise color.
Just the last little bit here. Woohoo! Okay, we're gonna set that aside to dry for a while.
After the paint dries, you get to add the bling stickers. We put ours around the main heart, but you can put yours wherever you want. Next, we'll make the decorative collar. Cut a bunch of 6-inch pieces of duct tape and fold them in half so they're taped together. Use scissors to round the ends like we've done. Then, paint both sides white. After they dry, tape them inside the neck. To make a poofy shoulder, cut 2 pieces of duct tape long enough to loosely go around your upper arm. Tape them to one another so you can have one strip. For the under end that attaches to the armor, cut 2 6-inch pieces of duct tape and tape them together. Nella the Princess Knight's shoulders are tan, but we painted ours light gray.
Okay, we made one of the Nella the Princess Knight gloves. Just the skeletal structure, and we're gonna show you how to make this. Take a few pieces of tape that are stuck together with the sticky sides in, and we're going to make similar to how we made the other glove structure, but this Nella the Princess Knight glove structure is a little bit different. Is that loose enough for your thumb to go in and out? So I'm just gonna keep building on that. The glove is not going to go all the way around every single finger, unfortunately. And I guess what you could do if you just went to a secondhand store and bought an old pair of gloves, you could do something to kind of extend them up to elbow length. How does it feel so far? Good? Okay. So we're just going to keep building and building, and the thing about having these pieces of tape stuck to one another, you leave a little bit of the end sticky so that you can tape the tape to itself. I think we're almost there. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Pretty good.
The last step is to paint your gloves pink with white trim. Now we get to wear